Ma Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesham Shunnavadi Paschata Deshatami Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Adaita Gadadhara Sivasam Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jayam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Adaita Gadadhara Sivasam Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Gurudev Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Paribrajagacharya Tadashatasi Simhat Shila Vaicharna Vinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Shila Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananta Gudi Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Srimad Bhagavad Gita Ki Jai Bhagavan Krishna Chanda Ki Jai Srimati Radharani Ki Jai Jodha Bhagavan Ki Jai Samaveda Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Gaur Pramanande Hari Hari Bo. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Simate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharne Nirvishesha Sunnavadi Paschata Deshotarini. Pancha Kalpa Taruvesha Kripa Sindhu Bevacha. Patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo. Namo Mahabhadanaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratishe Namo. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanto Radha Kanto Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Binda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna. Dear devotees, I'd like to welcome all of you to this session of Srimad Bhagavad Gita discussion. We are ending on chapter 9. So we'll just have a little review and then we'll end with the last verse that we stopped last week. So this chapter is entitled by Srila Prabhupada as the most confidential knowledge. So there is a confidential knowledge, more confidential knowledge, and the most confidential knowledge. Why this is most confidential knowledge? That is the question. Then Krishna answered, because it is in both intellectual and experiential dimension. One can literally impart in the heart. And now question is why Lord Krishna would reveal this to Arjuna or to us through Prabhupada? Because Arjuna is non-envious and we are, or I would say, I'm trying to be non-envious, because if envy is there, we will not understand the most confidential section of Bhagavad Gita. Or in other words, we will not understand Bhagavad Gita, the purpose of Bhagavad Gita. Because the beginning of the chapter began with Sri Bhagavan Uvacham Idam tu te guyatamam pravakshamanu suyave genam vijnana sahitam jadgeta mukshasya shubhat. This is most confidential knowledge because it will purify our consciousness and all the inauspicious things that was imposed on us. The material modes, the conditioning will be removed. And we will cross the material nature and enter into spiritual domain, means in loving service to Bhagavan Sri Krishna. So then question was, why this knowledge is so special? because it is the king of all knowledge. What do you mean, king of all knowledge? And also, not only king of all knowledge, it is also the secret. Why it is king of all knowledge? Because knowledge has a purpose, but ultimate purpose that it purifies our heart and it allows us to relish our eternal relationship with the Lord. That's why this is most confidential and supreme. Then question is it difficult to grasp, understand, and act on it? No. It is actually joyfully practicable. And it is not perishable, it is imperishable. It will stay with you forever. Rajavidya Rajaguyam Pavitram Idam Uttamam Pratyaka Abhagamam Dharmam Susukham Kartum Abhayam. So then, for receiving this confidential, most purifying knowledge, I mentioned this before, why non-envious is relevant or important. Because faith and enviousness are two sides of the scale. More envious I am, less faith I am. More I am faithful means envy goes down. Or you can say more non-envious, faith increases. It's just the opposite. Because envious are faithless. And those who refuse to have faith in this knowledge cannot attain Krishna. They are, and then Bhagavan gave a alternative that if you are faithless and you don't believe what Bhagavad Gita Bhagavan is revealing, then you will be keep coming to this material world and keep on going birth, death, old age, disease, cycle, life after life. Of course, we devotee are tired of that. We don't want to keep on going. We want to enter into eternal, joyful life, serving the Lord in love means to please Him. So then question came, what is this confidential knowledge that Lord will be revealing this to Arjuna and to us? It is the knowledge about mysterious relationship the Lord has with everything and everyone. The whole universe is pervaded by the Lord in His unmanifested form. And all living beings are in Him. Yet, Lord does not abide in them. So it's a little mystical. So what is the mysterious about that relationship? Now it's already known. Because simultaneously all beings don't abide in me, Lord says. Though there is rest in me, they don't burden me. Behold my mystic opulence. Bhuta brincha bhutastu mamatma bhutavavana. Nachamatstani bhutani pashyame jogam aisharam. Jogam aisharam. So it's a very mystical, that relationship that God has with the material world. Just like when you see a garland, the thread that keeping each flower together, nobody see, they see the flower garland. So here, everybody sees everything going on, whether within or out. But it is Krishna behind everything that nobody sees. And those sees, they are called devotee. So very, very specific. So then Arjuna asks, can you explain this relationship uh, with an example that I can relate? Krishna says, oh yes, I can give you an example. Like you see strong wind, and strong wind moving with force here, there, but strong wind can make this movement within the sky. So Krishna is there in that sense, in everything and everywhere. And we have our minute independence, free will, but we cannot move more than his space that he gave us, like limited by this body. And that is the mystery. So then Arjuna's question was, when living beings act according to their free will, how is that they abide within you? That's a very appropriate question. Then Krishna answered it, Sarva bhutani kunteya prakritim janti mamikam kalpakshaye punasthani kalpado visrijam maham. Yes, they are constrained within the boundaries of time. At the end of kalpa, all living beings, Arjuna, go to my nature. And at the start or new day or new kalpa, again, I again send them forth. Arjuna, on behalf of us, curiously asked that question, aren't this cycle of unmanifestation and manifestation, creation, annihilation, are the work of Maya, material nature? Then Krishna answered with Sloka 8, Prakritim sham astabha visrijami punah punaha bhuto gramam imam Krishna avasham prakrite bashat. Yes, you are right, Arjuna. Everything, creation and annihilation here by material nature, but that nature belongs to me. And not only belongs to me, acting through my material nature, it is I who send forth the entire multitude of beings again and again. While going through this cycle, manifest and unmanifest states, all living beings are powerless, being under the power of material nature. Arjuna's question, if you send living beings, living entity, we can relate. Myself, Pran Govinda Das, and you all are. I mean, unless you are from eternal world as a Nitya Siddha. So Arjuna asks, if you send all the living beings into this world of suffering, aren't you implicated by karma? It's a very good, legitimate question. Krishna answered, Nachamam tani karmani nivaddanti dhananjaya udashinavat udashinam shaktam teshu karmashu. Means this action never bind me, Arjuna, because I am seated as if neutral. I am unattached to these actions. I do not cause the suffering of living being. In case, if anybody ever think, Krishna created this, is he not implicated with this? Is not responsible for this? Krishna says, no, I'm not. Because I am unattached, and cause of the living entity's suffering is because of their own choice they make. It is the result of their own karma. Then Arjuna asked again, if you are neutral, then what is your role in the working of material nature? What really actually you do? So Krishna says, Maya dakshena prakriti shvayatesha characharam hetunanena kunteya jagadbhi parivartate. I am overseer of this material nature. Under my supervision, material nature gives rise to all being, moving and non-moving. Within its roles, the universe revolves. Living beings function within the boundaries of material nature and are held accountable by its laws, such as the law of karma. Arjuna legitimately asked that question, that when you are overseer of the entire material nature, why doesn't everybody understand your divine position? Even people read Bhagavad Gita, but they don't grasp it sometimes. Then Krishna answered to that, Avajananti mamura manushim tanumasrita param bhavam ajananto mamo bhuta mahesharam. Dear Arjuna, because some people are deluded, they despise and deride me when I manifest in a human form. They think I'm one of them. They don't know my higher nature as the Supreme Lord of all that exist. What is their fate? Krishna gave beautiful answer. Moghasha mogha karmana mogha gena vichetasha rakshashim ashurim chaiva prakritim mohinim sita. Their hopes, their actions, their knowledge are all futile because their consciousness is misdirected and they end up abiding in fiendish and demoniac nature. Arjuna asks further details. What are the characteristics of those who do understand, like the Hare Krishna's ISKCON devotees? I mean, he didn't mention ISKCON, but Arjuna is also ISKCON member, who do understand your divine position. And Lord Krishna answered very nicely. And Prabhupada quoted this many times in his discussion. Mahatmana stuta mam partha daivim prakritim asrita bhajanta ananna manaso getta bhutadim abhayam. They are great soul. In one sense, we are insignificant, 1/10,000 tip of our hair, which is not possible to measure even. But then Krishna gives those devotees in ISKCON as a great soul, Mahatma, not insignificant soul. He said, Mahatmanastu mam partham doivim prakriti masrita bhajanta ananna manaso getta bhutadim abhayam. Their great soul, they abide in my divine nature and worship me single-mindedly, knowing me the imperishable source of all being. So that's kind of internal. Arjuna asks, what is their external characteristics? How would you recognize that somebody is a lover of God? When you come to temple or you talk to devotee, how do you know? So Krishna explained what they do. Satatam kittayantu mam jatantasya dhirabrata namasyantasya mam nitta yukta upasate. Mam bhakta nitya yukta upasate. They glorify me. You go to any temple, you'll see they chanting Hare Krishna, dancing. They glorify me constantly, Krishna says. They endeavor with firm bow. They honor me with devotion. We bow down when we go to temple. We take Charanamrita, means touching his lotus feet. And we take, not only take Charanamrita, we rub it on our head, his lotus feet on our head. These are like expressing our devotion to him. And they stay ever steadfast in worshipping me. Whenever you go to any devotee center, Hare Krishna center, ISKCON center, you'll see this. So then Arjuna says, okay, there are one group who consider you like an ordinary human being. They don't worship you, they don't respect you. And you have another group, ISKCON Hare Krishna type of, they love you, they respect you, they sing and dance. Is there any group in between? Or this is the only two group? Nice question. This is text 15. Krishna says, oh yes, there are another group. Gena jagyena chapyanne jajanta purjapasate. Sorry, jajanta mam upasate. Ekattena pritakattena bahuda vishyata mukham. Between these two extremes of those who deride me and those who adore me, are there any other category? Yes. There are those who try gain knowledge by performing sacrifice. They arrive at three conceptions of the divine. And Prabhupada in the purport, he actually grades them as the oneness of all existence. I mean, how many verses any one of you ever find that Krishna actually consider them, that they are actually worshipper of God, impersonalist? Ekattena prithakattena bahuda vishyata mukham. Krishna actually considering them like a worshipper. That's a very rare. I mean, I haven't found that many. Directly, Krishna is saying that they are actually worshipper of him. Very rare. They engage in sacrifice by cultivation of knowledge. If you go to any impersonalist temple, I remember Purushottam Math of Shankaracharya in Jagannath Puri, they always studying the Vedanta, reciting the Vedanta. And they have a deity even, they worship, but they don't believe eternal form of the deity or origin is form, but they worship deity. And they think that when Supreme Brahman comes under Maya, it takes a form, that Supreme Brahman, and that is called Ishvara. So they believe in Ishvara, but their misconception, it's offensive actually in one sense. But this is the only verse Krishna says that actually they are worshipper, my worshipper. Of course, Prabhupada grade that one who worship himself, aham graha upasana. I'm worshipping God now. I'm also Brahman. Then when I become, I'm worshipping him and I'll become him or merge in him, like that. It's called aham graha upasana. And then there is another group, they concoct some form of the Supreme Lord and worship that. And then there is another group who takes the universal form as the Supreme and worship that universal form. I don't know how you worship universal form. I mean, of course, you can address the universal form. It has no begin and no end. So how do you dress it? And which way you pay obeisances? Like Arjuna, he was paying obeisances right, left, front, back, because everywhere Krishna's universal form. He was going through a big trauma. So like this, Krishna gives. Yes, those who try to gain knowledge by performing sacrifice, they arrive at three conception of the divine as the oneness of all existence, as the multiplicity of deities, as the all-pervasive universal form. So then Arjuna asked, what is lacking if sacrifices lead to the conception of the divine as oneness? What is lacking? Then Krishna answered, Aham kratur aham jagya sadhamam oshadam. Those performing such sacrifice don't know that the oneness that underlies and unites all aspect of the sacrificial ceremony is me, Krishna. I am the ritual. I am the sacrifice. I am the offering. I am the healing herbs. I am the sacred chant. Om. I am clarified butter. I am the fire. I am the pouring out of the oblation. I saw in one village in India, a lot of people, I would say maybe 30% of the whole village, they chant Hari Om, and they worship a Om form in Sanskrit letter, Om. But no conception of as a person. Om is a person, has a preference, character, attributes, nothing. Just Hari Om, they chant. And they make a different melodious song also on that. Then Arjuna asked, does your unifying oneness extend beyond the sacrificial ceremony? And Krishna answered very sweetly, Pitahamasya jagato mata dhata pitamaha veddam pavitram omkaram riksam jojurevacha. It extends to the entirety of existence. I'm the father of the universe. I'm the mother. I'm the maintainer. I'm the grandfather. I'm both the object of knowledge and the means to knowledge, which includes any purifying agent. The sacred syllable Om, the Rig, Sam, Jajur, Vedas. Beautiful. So then Arjuna's question was, what other ways are you, the oneness that unifies existence? Is there any other? Krishna says, oh yes. This is a verse I also request all of you, if you are not, at least be aware, express your gratitude, express your awareness to Krishna. This 18 verse, 9 chapter 8, 18 sloka. Gatir bharta prabhu sakshi nivas sharanam suri prabhava pralaya sthanam nidhanam bijam abhayam. Krishna says, I'm the goal, I'm the sustainer, I'm the master, I'm the witness, I'm the abode, I'm the refuge, I'm the most dear friend. Indeed, I'm the creation, I'm the annihilation, I'm the foundation, the treasure house, and the imperishable seed. When you face your deity, why not you say that? Prabhu, you are my goal of life. You are my sustainer. You maintain me. Even though I go to work and get a job, but you are arranging this, you giving me the energy to go. Express like this. These are beautiful. These are beautiful, uh, relevant to our life. And you'll experience the indestructibility of spiritual reality. Then Arjuna asked directly, how do you sustain existence? Then Krishna says, Tapamaham maham varsham nirginnam utsvijami cha amritam chaiva mrituscha sad asacham Arjuna. I give heat. How do I maintain? Look at here. I am the one who gives heat, the sun, every day. And I withhold and send forth the rain. I am the ultimate cause of death, immortality as well. I am the ultimate cause of enduring spirit, ephemeral matter. So then Arjuna asks, what is lacking if those who perform sacrifice end up conceiving the divine as the multiplicity of deities? Then Krishna says, Trividdhamam somapa putta papa jagnerista sargati partayante te punnam ashadda surendra lokam asnanti dibban divideva bhogan. Beautiful. Krishna answered. The question was asked by Arjuna, what is lacking if those who perform sacrifice end up conceiving the divine as the multiplicity of deities instead of one? So Krishna answered, they don't know that it is me whom they are worshipping when they are appeasing various deities. Like for an example, Muslim bowing down 5 times a day towards the Mecca to this black stone. Okay, a particular deity is there, black stone. Just like this professor, when he asked me, he's from Pakistan. He said, but you worship a idol form. I said, you worship form too. You bow down, namaz 5 times a day. To who? Towards Mecca. There's a black stone. He said, that's true. I said, so? I worship here a beautiful form of God with a playing flute and he's dancing, he's joyful. So Krishna's answer is, they don't know that it is me whom they worship when they're appeasing various deities. When they study the Vedas, whatever the literature, Quran, Puran, Bible, and even the demigod worshipper, they drink the somo juice, they think the demigods become cleansed of sin, perform sacrifice of the gods, seek heavens as their goal, attain purity, reach the world of Indra. I don't want to go to hell, I want to go to heaven. There are millions of people think like this every Sunday, going to church. But this is all him. Then Arjuna asked, what is wrong then of all their worshipping you in that form? What is wrong? They such attainment, if they get it, if they go to heaven, if they go to wherever the place you are giving and they are going there, what is wrong? Is there anything wrong? Krishna says, yes. Tetam bhutta sargalokam vishalam shkine punne martalokam vishanti evam trayi dharmam manu prapanna gata gatam kama kama labante. It's temporary, Arjuna. The places they go, heaven or here, there, it's temporary. Though it's long, almost like eternal compared to this world. Heaven is so long. I mean, one day of Brahmaji is 4,320,000,000 years. I don't know if anyone can figure it out, living 4,320,000,000 years. We have experience of 100 years. More than that, I haven't seen that many people. Even 100 years is not too many. So 4 billion, that's just a one day, 12 hours. So like that, if you think, so Krishna answered, it is temporary. Though they enjoy huge pleasure in heaven, they will fall back to earth once their pious credit are exhausted. And thus those who follow three Vedas, three Vedis or Chaturvedis, desire to fulfill their worldly desire may stay in a state of going and coming. That is the complaint. Not complaint, but Krishna is showing Arjuna why it is wrong. So then Arjuna asked, how can they attain something more enduring? Then Krishna, very straightforward, he says, Anannascintayanto mam je jana parjivasate tesam nitta vijuktanam yogoskema bahamaham. By worshipping me, for those who keep their thoughts on me without deviating, and those who serve me with wavering, I became the provider of what they don't have and protect what they do have. So it's very nice. We should have actually strong faith on this word 22, text 22. We should have that on our throat all the time, that Krishna will provide what we need. Krishna will protect what we have. That is very much needed all the time, to think that way. Then Arjuna's question is, when you are the source of everything, including all the demigods or heaven or whatever the place people think they are going through their spiritual practice, is their worship entirely disconnected from you, or they have connection with you? So Krishna answered, Jeopi anna devata bhakta jajante shraddhayanita teopi mameva kunteya jajanti abidhi purvakam abidhi. They do have connection, but they don't get the benefit of it because it's a improper, or uh, they do so in ignorance. In one sense, yes, everybody's worship is going to me, but they do not get the benefit because they do in ignorance. They really don't know who I am. So then question is, what are they ignorant of? What is the ignorance they have that they don't know, even though they are religious? They do 5-time namaz, or they go to churches, or they, devout every Friday or Saturday, or there are a group of people I know who does fasting on Monday, every Monday. So all kinds of group. What are they ignorant of? Then Krishna says, 24 text. Ahami sarvajagyanam bhukta cha prabhureva cha natu mam avijananti tattena asya te. My supreme position. What is that supreme position? I am undoubtedly the enjoyer, not one of the enjoyer and master of all sacrifice. Those who don't recognize me in truth, they will fall down to this world. So then Arjuna asks the question, when the worshipper of different God attain their destination like heaven, why are they considered fallen? So text 25, Krishna answer, Janti devo vratan devan pitrinjantri pitribrata bhutani janti bhuteja majjajin pimam. Because worship of any being other than me takes to the worshipper to only in a temporary destination. But, or you can say, be it the realm of the demigods attained by those who worship demigods, the realm of ancestor. There are a lot of people who worship ancestor, even in America, everywhere. They go to, I saw they go to mortuary or graveyard, they offer flower. Even in Alachua, every time you drive by on 235, you can see all these graveyard is full of flowers in the weekend. Who they are offering? Is the soul is there or body is dissolving on the ground? Who they are offering? I mean, this is not the only place. New Orleans is they have such a big cemetery that people pays money to come to visit them. It's like a little tourist town. I saw that. I went with Jayaditya Maharaj for a morning japa walk to see that. And people actually do come. They offer, oh, my mother passed away. Okay, I go offer flower, every best flower I buy. Who are you offering? So worship is there, you may say. Yes. So Krishna answered that your question, who they worship, where do they go? What is their destiny? So Krishna says, because worship of any being other than me takes the worshipper to only a temporary destination. Be it the realm of the God, I mean demigod, attained by those who worship demigods, the realm of ancestor, attained by those who worship the ancestor, or realm of ghost. Like, I'm in Florida, and near Florida, there is a few Caribbean country called Dominican Republic. I mean, these places, they literally worship ghost, goblin. Till today, full-fledged, they have this. So Krishna says, the realm of the ancestor attained by those who worship the ancestor, Pitri Loka. The realm of ghost attained by those who worship ghost. But those who worship me attain my realm, which alone is eternal. Everything else is not eternal. Then Arjuna, whatever situation he felt, he asked directly Krishna, how can you be worshipped? Krishna answered, very simple. Patram pushpam phalam toyam jo me bhakta prajachati tadaham bhakta parita snami prajatatmanaha. Very simple to worship me, Krishna says. You can offer a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or little water, but with devotion. And I will accept them. Literally, that word, Prabhupada, few lecture I heard, he says, Krishna says, Asnami, he will eat, he will take. No other verses in Bhagavad Gita says directly. You can say, what about Jatkarashi Jasnasi, Jatjohashi Darasi, Jattapashashi Kunte, Tatkrishya Madarpanam. Krishna says, yes, you can offer me, but he did not say, I will accept it. There's a technical. You can offer anything to God, but will God accept it? Like I can offer it to you, but whether you will take it or not, I don't know. So similarly, you can offer anything to God, it's good. But here Krishna says directly, I will accept it if you just cook something, offer to me with devotion, love and devotion. Then I will accept it. So beautiful, simple. Krishna consciousness process is very simple. So then Arjuna asks, what other ways can you be worshipped? And is there any other ways? Krishna says, yes, through all activities. That's why the next verse, Jatkroshi, the famous verse, also we quote. Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer, whatever you give away charity, whatever you perform in austerity, Arjuna, dedicate it to me. Then Arjuna's question was, what is the result for those who act in this way? If somebody does this, what will be the result? Krishna gave beautiful. Shubha Shubha Phalerevam Mokshase Karma Bandhane Sannyasa Yoga Juktatma Vimukte Mam Upashyasi. They will be liberated, Arjuna. When they offer to me, they will be liberated from the bondage of karma, which manifests as good and bad fruits. Being established in yogic connection with me, steadied by renunciation, they will attain complete liberation and come to me. Then Arjuna asks, for whom are such opportunities for liberation available? For whom? So Krishna quoted the next verse. Sammoham sarvabhuteshu na me deshasti na priya je bhajanti tu mam bhakta mai te teshu chapyaham. Arjuna, for everyone, I'm equal to all living beings. No one is disliked by me, nor is anyone preferred by me. Yet, those who worship me with devotion, this is the secret, are in me and I am in them. So Arjuna went further. Does everyone even include those who have done terrible misdeed? Sometimes we see devotee comes to Krishna consciousness, then they act little strange. How to see that? And we discussed few weeks, if not at least 2-3 weeks, I know for sure. We did discuss, because this is one of the subject many devotees think, if not one time minimum, probably hundreds of times. I did think many, many times. How is this? How to understand that devotee, this devotee? So, does everyone include, even include those who have done terrible or something unexpected things? Krishna says yes. And he quoted this. And Prabhupada quoted that verse many, many times. Api cheta sudracharam bhajate mam anannavak sadureva samantadva sammagbeva shitahisha. Yes, Arjuna. Even if grievous wrongdoers worship me with undivided devotion. What I mean undivided means they take a vow and they try to follow it, chanting 69, 4 regulative principle, and they go on. But due to their psychophysical nature that coming from so many lives, they deviate, looks like, morally something, but they do not give up chanting. They do not give up approaching Krishna and trying to surrender. And Krishna says they are to be considered righteous because their determination is rightly situated. This is, even we hear this 1,000 times, still there is a lingering once in a while. So we discuss, is this really like this? we still contemplate. Then Arjuna went, what about their tendency to do wrong again? Then Krishna says, if they keep on chanting, keep on following the regulative principle, even they deviate for a temporary, quickly they become virtuous and attain enduring peace. Oh, Arjuna, know for sure that no devotee of mine will ever perish. Prabhupada loved that line. Shipram bhavati dharmatma sasyachanti nigacchati Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. Even Draupadi quoted when she was about to get disrobed. She said, Pratigyatava Govinda name bhakta pranashyati. Did she pray for herself or she prayed for Krishna? What? Somebody prays for Krishna? Yes. She prayed for Krishna to Krishna. She said, it is you who promised that you will protect. So for your sake, you have to act. Otherwise, the world will say, what kind of promise God did that he did not maintain his promise? It's very nice. Mother Draupadi asked that way. Of course, Krishna appeared there as an unlimited saris, a form that we generally don't worship. But of course, Krishna has unlimited form. Not necessarily we worship all the form. We don't know all the form either, but some form we know. So does everybody include even those who are low-born due to their past misdeed? Nice question Arjuna had. And Krishna also answered, Mami partha bepashrita jeopi shupap jonaya stiya vaishyas tata shudra steopi janti param gatim. Yes, Arjuna, all those who take shelter of me, even if they are low-born, if they're low-born, or even women, even Vaishyas, even Sudras, they will get the supreme destination. Then Arjuna concluded his question, almost conclusive. He says, what does all this mean for me? The whole discussion. Krishna says, Kim puna brahmana punna bhakta rajarshayastata anittam sukham lokam imam prappa bhajashamam. Even if lowborn can be delivered by bhakti yoga, how much more is that true for brahmanas and devoted saintly king like you, Arjuna? Having attained this impermanent and distressful place, just devote yourself to me. And I just look at the time. We almost ran out. But it's ending. Last verse, which we'll discuss next week more. But last verse is beautiful. That Arjuna finally understood and he submitted himself. He says, how can I devote myself to you? Krishna says a very simple way. How can you devote? If any one of us ever thought, how can I devote? How can I submit myself to Krishna? Krishna says very simple. Manmana bhava mad bhakta majjaji mam namaskuru mame vasyashi juktevam atmanam mat parayana. This is the only verse repeated twice in Bhagavad Gita, no other verse. So this is beautiful. That Arjuna, fix your mind on me, offer your heart's devotion to me, perform sacrifice for my sake, offer reverence to me, and this way, steadfastly dedicating your being to me and making me your supreme purpose. Guarantee you will attain me. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Yes, Kamaniya Prabhu, I see you have raised hand.
Hare Krishna, Bhupes, Danvat Pram, my humble obeisance is at your lotus feet and Danvat Pram to all the Vaishnava. Really very thought-provoking discussion you do all the time. So, with regards to the thing you mentioned, that, even if somebody uh, does the wrongdoing, and still Krishna says that my devotee never perish. So, that leaves the window open for some of the people to take an undue advantage of it and doing the repeatedly, when I say it's not a one or two time, or knowing all these things, if they do the wrongdoing, Bhavari, how we should understand that in that case?
This question you're asking now, And this will be even 1,000 years from now, somebody else will ask the similar question. Because this is, yes, practically many devotees think. Some of them has a courage or opportunity to ask. Some of them just think about it, don't know the answer, they just try to forget. But again, it pops after 6 months or 1 month. Prabhupada says, I remember in the purport, you can look at it, 930. The devotional service is more or less a declaration of war against the illusory energy. I love that, the way Prabhupada put it. And Prabhupada, very practical, he says, as long as one is not strong enough to fight the illusory energy, there may be accidental fall down. He used the word accidental. But when one is strong enough, he is no longer subjected to such fall down. Of course, Prabhupada also gave a little warning. He says nobody should take advantage of this verse and commit nonsense. You can find Prabhu, if you have the Bhagavad Gita and few lines Prabhupada mentioned very nicely. If I do nonsense, I'm still thinking I'm a devotee. No, Prabhupada did not say that. That means we have to correct ourselves, not just taking advantage of this verse. And of course, there are a lot of discussion, Prabhu, on this. I think we did discuss accidental fall down versus purposefully fall down. Big difference. That question was asked to Prabhupada also.
And that to repeatedly, Prabhu, it's not like one time, two time, like, because the devotee or somebody may think that, right? That, okay, now Krishna says that I will not perish, so I can do anything what I want.
Prabhu,
Right?
unfortunately, I tell you the truth. If they don't correct themselves, Krishna will embarrass them such a way. Believe me, Krishna wants that devotee to come back, and he will purify them. He will put them into such a humiliation that genuine humility will arise.
Wow.
They will cry. He will cry or she will cry, whoever it is, will cry and say, I'm doing it intentionally. No way I can be. That person will come. Prabhupada did say in 5th canto, Jarabharat case also, that we have to pay attention. It's not like automatically we are protected. No, we have to secure our day-to-day devotional life, how we deal with others, what we think. And if we take advantage of Krishna's this philosophy or this sloka, Krishna will put us into a hard rules. Because we have come to this path. He is not going to reject us. So that path maybe I don't think anybody wants to go through. But they will go through if they take advantage of this verse in a wrong way. So let us pray for them that they don't do that and come back. Yes, Mother Sankari Devi.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna Guru, please accept my most respectful obeisances at your lotus feet. My obeisances to all the devotees present here, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. So Prabhu, yes, we discussed the same question even in our earlier discussions, and Prabhupada very clearly says in the purport that accidental fall downs, he's using that term quite few times in that. And so Prabhu, I was just thinking that devotees who does these things, and then who take the name, on the strength of the holy names or of bhakti, if they continue to do this, so that isn't that a great deviation, Prabhu? Yes, Krishna will have his way of bringing them back, but even one of the 10 offenses to holy names is that doing sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. So this is kind of equating to that purposefully, if somebody is doing, that means there has been a great deviation somewhere, that their purpose has now become separate from Krishna's purpose.
That is true, but we have to see also, Prabhupada had a far vision. And in the Veda ways, I remember reading, Prabhupada said that accidental means like they have a former habit. I mean, a lot of devotees that they grow up with the drug, alcohol, and sex. That's all they did. So former habit is very heavy. They became a sincere, serious, but then those habits pull them back, or they even go down and dwell, but they're trying to climb up again, climb up. It may be from the cultured people, it's like oh, this is not good. But try to understand, they're trying also. They're coming from a background is difficult. It is not necessarily Western, even Indian or any other. That whatever habit sometimes we grow up, it's very difficult to give up. We become devotee, we struggle. We may not say it in a publicly, but we struggle. But then Krishna sees that, okay, he's trying. So arrangement will be there. If the devotee is sincere, Krishna will pull them out. Does that make sense?
Yes, Prabhu, totally makes sense. Hriday Daurbalyam is something that Krishna understands, that yes, because of past, yes, but then making it into a habit, knowing that there is a deviation, then as you said, that Krishna will find his way of correcting that devotee. And seriously, we need not worry about it. It's between them and Krishna. Let's focus on our bhakti.
Yes, very good. But we can pray for them. That's all, ultimately. Otherwise, everybody will suffer. Thank you so much, everyone. Looking forward to see you all next Wednesday. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare.
Hare
Srila Prabhupada
Hare.
ki